Is this beauty we experience really and truly objective? I think there's a kind of sliding scale of subjectivity to objectivity in the beauty that we encounter. Subjective personal preference, if you will, on one end, to a more objectively and perhaps widely accepted aesthetic on the other hand. But here's the problem. We live in an analogical, sacramental world, a world created freely by God from what? Anybody? Nothing. Nothing. Creatio ex nihilo. Nothing. Revelation 4:11 says, "You are worthy, our Lord and God, to receive glory and honor and power, for you created all things, and by your will they were created, and they have their being." In Romans 4, St. Paul says, "The God of Abraham gives life to the dead and calls into existence those things that do not exist." So God created everything that is, ex nihilo, from nothing. Therefore, everything that is, both in this world and in every universe or multiverse that exists, animate or inanimate, naturally occurring or even man-made, is necessarily insinuated with the Creator. Let me say that again. Since God created the universe from nothing, everything that is therefore insinuated with the Creator. But He's also other than everything that is created. In fact, to borrow from Catherine Tanner, God is otherly other. Everything that exists because of God and finds its being in God. Additionally, God is present to His creation, upholding it and sustaining it, eternally continuing to create. Remember the Sacramental apps we saw a little while ago. Therefore, everything that exists participates in some way with the divine. Everything participates in some way with the divine and with the ongoing, continuous creative process. That is a participatory, sacramental worldview. Now, don't allow the word sacramental to be scary or negative or magical or maybe too liturgical a word. It simply means that God mysteriously participates in His created order, as the created order mysteriously participates in God's merciful and loving creatio continua. What's this have to do with beauty? Beauty itself participates in the presence and the glory of God, but never reaches the fullness or the infinite perfection of God's own beauty, which is the only truly objective beauty. All earthly beauty, even the most rapturous earthly beauty, leaves us wanting more, expecting, looking for something beyond. We are hardwired to search for and long after perfection in beauty, goodness, and truth. And when we find a gesture toward objective beauty, we are first drawn and then we're left wanting more. Augustine defined this phenomenon as the restless heart seeking to find rest in God. So beauty is sacramental, participating in varying levels in the objective beauty of God. In our experience of beauty, it is incarnational, or the enfleshment of the glory of God. It's often surprising, shall we say, even enchanting. It removes us from the center of our lives. It leads us toward the objective goodness and truth of God, and does all these things simultaneously, but not completely. It leaves us wanting the perfection of beauty, who is God Himself.